Hello friends, my name is Vijay and you are watching Go to Genius channel. In this video, you are going to learn about the display properties. This video is very useful for you if you write the CSS. So let's talk about the display properties. The display property is one of the most powerful and useful properties in the CSS. It can be very useful for creating web pages that looks in a different way, but still follow the web standards. Every element on a web page is a rectangular box like div, paragraph, section, or even image, span, and anchor. All the HTML elements. The display property specifies the display behavior of an element. The default value for all HTML element is inline, but browser reset many elements to block by apply the browser CSS. As I told you earlier in my previous video that every browser has its default CSS and browser apply this CSS on all HTML elements. When we write our CSS for the elements, then our CSS gets override the browser's default CSS. So friends, here are some display properties. With these properties, we can force an element to behave differently. So first we will start from the display block property. Display block. The block value of the display property forces an element to behave like block label element and accept the width and height and all other properties like margin and padding. And the inline property forces an element to behave like inline label element and display inline do not accept width, height, margin top and margin bottom. Friends, here I have used two terms, block label element and inline label element. If you don't know about the block label element or inline element, then you can watch my HTML tutorial for the block or inline element. I will give the URL of that video in the description of this video. Or you can go to my channel by clicking on the channel name below this video, where you can see this video inline versus block element. So now this is our editor. Here I have taken the UL element and some li elements inside this UL element, and I have also written some CSS for the container div and this UL li. So we can see here this is our container class with the margin 50 pixel and auto width 90%. And for the UL li I have given the display block and some other property like font size, border, margin and padding. Here we have seen the display block property accept the width, height and margin and padding. Now let's check our UL li into the browser. Just refresh the page here. Now you can see our 5 li items display here. So friends, if you have seen my video about the block label element or inline element, then you can understand the block label element always start with the new line. The block label element takes the width as much available in the reference of its parent element. So here its parent element is the div. It's containing the 90% width of the viewport. That's why these li elements taking the width 100% according to its parent element. And the another thing, the display block property accept the margin and padding. When I select this property, you can see the orange border around the all items, and for the padding you can see the green space inside the element. So this is the main behavior of the display block, where display block accept the margin, padding, width and height also we can give here. If I want to give the width on these element, then I will give the width here. Just write the width 200 pixel, then refresh your page. Here you can see now it's taking the width I have given 200 pixel. Now it's not taking the 100% width of the element. So let's move now on the next display property is inline. So inline value of the display property forces an element to behave like inline label element and do not accept width, height, margin top and margin bottom. So let's see. When I give the display property inline instead of block, then inline element don't start with the new line and it always give the space for the other elements. Also not getting the width, we have given 200 pixel. Same as it will not also accept the height. So inline element accept the padding but don't accept the margin top and margin bottom. We will use the next property is inline block. The inline block element behave like inline but accept all properties as display block like width, height, margin and padding from each direction. So now let's see. The next property is inline block and comment out the width. Let's see. Refresh the page. Now you can see our elements behaving like inline elements because they are not starting with the new line. They are also giving the space for the other elements. And here you can check these elements also getting the margin from each side, top, right, bottom and left, and also getting the padding from each direction and also get the width. So let's check by giving the width here. Suppose I am giving just 100 pixel. Now let's check. Now you can see it's also accepting the width 100 pixel. This content has been broken because there is no space here. Now you can see like this. For the inline block property, behave like a inline elements, same as inline elements, which give the space for the other elements after itself. They don't start with the new line and also accept the other properties like margin, padding, width and height, same as block element. So friends, I hope you have understood about the inline block, how it behaves on the browser. Now we will move on. The next one is display none. The none value of the display hide an element from the DOM. So what is the meaning of this? Display none property mostly used with the JavaScript to hide and show an element on the web page. Now we can see here what will be the impact of display none. If I have given the display none for the allies, then what will be the impact? Now refresh the page here. You can see has been disappear from the web page. When we will change the display block again, then we can see our elements here. So browser what does? Browser disappears all the elements on the web page. In the case of display none, when you change the display property again apart from the none, then your element again visible on the web page. So friends, I hope you have understood all these 4 display properties which are mostly used in the real-time development when you write the CSS for the HTML. And the next we have display flex and display grid. So friends, you can learn about the display flex and display grid in my separate video which I have made for the display flex and the for grid CSS. So thank you friends, see you in next video.